No, it's great Kuumba to everybody. Man, it was a fad. The week went. I mean, I keep track by the colors and shit like that, and it was just zoomed by. And we are 4 days, exactly 4 days from Kwanzaa. Black signal went out. We got a whole lot of stuff popping off. Family, I had a great time last night. If you check out the Giami Journey timeline, I was at a restaurant called Natalie's. Man, with the open oven type pizza, the fire. Oh man, it was marvelous. And on top of that, it was jazz night. So well, let me just start at the beginning, and then we'll get into the toast and stuff like that, and I'll let you know why I'm sitting here with my shirt off right now, right? So I'm listening to music, and some local music. So Storm posted up this young dude named Dre Peace, and I was checking out the music. I said, well, damn, let me go back into Storm's timeline and see maybe he announced when he's going to drop this cut called Rashawn. Now, Rashawn is a track that he's working on with brother Eddie Baird, right? For those that don't know, Eddie Baird is a saxophone player, a phenom. I mean, this dude, Eddie is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And when I say on that sax, Eddie is unbelievable. So, you know, I've been sending the track. So finally last night I said, man, fuck this. Let me hold your horses. So Instagram, I said, man, listen, man, I love the ass shots that you be having on your Instagram. The music you be sharing, that Rashawn, Rashawn. He said, man, listen, dude. He said, he told me when it was gonna be coming out. Stuff we got to work on. It's done, but we got something to do, and so we started discussing. And he said, oh, by the way, Eddie gonna be playing tonight at Natalie's, and Perez is gonna be Jay Gator's birthday. I said, so hold on. So we got Perez, we got Eddie Baird, we got Jay Gators on the drum. Then he started telling me about his Cerebro Lux. I said, all right, cool. I purchased me some. I said, you know what better place to try it than on the show, because usually I do it right before the show, but y'all know I like shea butter. And I talk about one of the staples that we need in our community. Hold your horse. If we're going to have a staple, one of the staples that we could consider would be shea butter. And it just so happened that Storm 9000 produces Cerebro Lux with shea butter. Right?
I want to say something.
Go ahead, Sasha Marsh.
Go buy your merch.
Go buy
your merch.
Oh, she got on a Daily Toaster shirt. Okay, cool. All right. She said, go buy your merch, right? We'll have some available during Kwanzaa. But I don't have my glasses. Gina, can you look at my coat pocket and give me the ingredients? This is shea butter. It's produced right here in Columbus. Of course, you know the shea butter don't come, but but Storm whips, flips, and ships. Flips it, you know what I'm saying? Get it out to the public, as well as ship it all over the world. Here we go. The shea butter properties of a balm with the lightness of a mousse. The product gently melts into the skin when applied. This right here costs $10 and is whipped. Now the benefits of the whipped shea butter is that it's a lot easier to apply. Like the process does, it makes it easier to apply, and I'm gonna demonstrate that real quick. Ingredients are shea butter, organic coconut oil, grapeseed oil, and signature essential oil fragrance. And it's by New Media Institute, made in the USA. Cerebrolux, and you go to cerebrolux.com. 9,000 mark on there. You see it? Can you see it? That little 9 on there. All right. So, brother doing it, and they also provide a lip balm, and we're gonna work with all that right now. So let me go. Let's go. We testing this live. So I said there ain't no better place to try it out than on Gianni Journey, right? So let's do it. Then we get into our song, because you know we got to stay moisturized. Ooh, look how easy that come out. Ooh, look almost edible, but it say don't eat it. All right, so we're gonna. Now I want to make sure y'all see that I'm all ashy, right? I'm ashy right into the skin. Smells. All right, we got it on our hands. Let's see. Well, a little bit goes along. Now let's give it the real test. Let's get it on the face here. See how it feels on the face. Oh, okay. Feel good in the beard. Now, let's see how I do on the crown. Okay. I could use this. See. Just a little bit more. I like to put a lot in my hair. All right. See how it does on that part. All right, let's see. All right. Last part. See how it wear on the chest and the tattoos here. All right. I'm impressed. New product. I'm gonna be using it. I like to support, and you know, whenever I can support my own, you know what I'm saying? Not only is it a good music producer, he know how to create a nice little business there, because look at that. Wow. All right. Let's do the lip balm. All right, ladies. It's shea butter. I gotta put my glasses back on. Shouts out to Miss Navita Nelson. Shea butter, organic coconut oil, grapeseed oil signature. It's called Cerebro Lux. Made by a brother from Columbus. Distributed by a brother in Columbus. Nice product. Now we're about to give it the real test. Here, I just put it in my hair. Okay, all right. You know, we got that rebellious hair up in here, right? This hair fight back. You can't just comb it. The struggle is real. All right. So let's go and get started with the show. So the show last night, man, was fantastic. I put up a couple of shots of mastery. There's a couple of things up there I didn't want to put. That something was popping off. Man, Eddie Baird is. Perez is dope. Eddie Baird. The whole group they had. It was a 5-piece. You had Jay on the trumpet. And I don't remember the key player. Yeah, I put some in my beard too. Put some in my beard too. Maybe let's put a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more. Just so people can see. Got it on the beard. Nice deep. Nice product. Lip balm feels good too. But that's not totally all. That's not all shea butter. So, on the journey this morning, you good? Oh man, yeah, but it's good. Me and Clay gotta check. All right, let's see. Put my glasses up. We're about to kick it. All right.
This called cannibal.
Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. First off, I want to welcome you to the congregation. This is a Heart of Ancestor production. Wait, hold on. This is the Daily Toast.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Breathe, then drink. Get your bottle for that water. Twist the cap to get that water. Lift your glass and pour that water. Just get some water. Drink. Or should we say live, pour, then drink. Move your body and get some water. Move your body, get some water. Move your body, then drink some water. Just move your body. Drink. Or should we say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Man, just raise your glass. Drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Move your body, get some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Breathe, live, move, toast. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink. Lift your glass. Take your breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Drink, drink, drink. Shouts out to the family. Shouts out, shouts out. Man, it's a great day. It is a great day. So, I do have the lines open. Does anybody that got anything they want to conversate? Now, today, we will be having warrior training. We're going to be having spaghetti. Thanks to Sister Navita. We're going to be having that spaghetti popping off. We're going to have, of course, we're going to have to practice some drills. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to break it all the way back down. You know what I'm saying? We may do some martial arts. We're going to have the workout. We're definitely going to have a discussion. Getting ready for this Kwanzaa season. Man, it's Kwanzaa time, man. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa. Cleveland! Come here, sir. Where did this come from?
What?
This.
Oh, that's from Mr. Smith. That's an extension for headphones.
Why do you have it?
Because I was using it for some headphones. You gotta wear a kid, dude.
Do he know you got this?
Yeah. You can watch him.
No, yeah. I know. You taking that back today. It's, oh my God, it's real life up here. Oh, I need a lightning strike because I'm about to knock some. Hey, go get these greens. Bring me them greens over here. Good God Almighty. So, perusing the news yesterday before I went out, and something popped up that caught my interest because I just wanted to look up. See what pops up when I put black on black crime. Black on black crime. You know how they say black on black crime. But then, I said, okay, cool. You type in the term black on black crime, certain shit pop up. So I wanted to know what would pop up if I typed in white on white crime. Right? And an article popped up that I wanna kind of share. All right, we got the greens. We're gonna have. I'm understanding that at least on the day that we're doing, we're gonna have the greens. It'll be the day of Nia for Kwanzaa, but it'll be Imani for us. So right now, this is just for my own using right now. Ooh, I think this is basil. I got some basil. Clee, you know what any of this stuff is?
That look like parsley.
Oh, nah, you sure?
Wait.
That ain't parsley.
That is...
Whatever it is, it's gonna get used. But I got these herbs. If I have some left, I'm gonna bring it over to the thing for anybody out there that might want to use some herbs. We got herbs and spices, right? She just, Sister Tiffany just walked up to me and gave me a big old bag of greens. I like this stuff here. This stuff stings well. So, I think I might have me a nice little steamed salad this morning. But I just wanted to show y'all, we ain't stopped the farming yet. The farm is going all the time. So, you know what I need? I need some lentils. I sure would like some lentils this morning. But let me go on and, okay. It redirected itself to Jamie Johnny. But I wanted to share one of the articles that I found on white crime. Because motherfuckers always, people quick. Welcome to your new inbox. Now you can manage messages, page comments, and Instagram comments all in one place. Okay, get started or whatever. All right. It's taking me where I asked you to take me. I asked for all that. Alright, Daily Toast, Daily Toast. Look at this shit here. Now I'm all slow. I can't get to where I'm trying to get to. I got an article I want to share with the family, and all of a sudden, I can't get there. I understand. I just want to go to the Gianni Journey page. Can you take me there, Facebook? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, here we go right here. Let's click on it and see where we go. All right. But anyway. The whole damn thing looked different. I go to my own page. I can't even find my own damn post. What kind of... All right. You know what? I got something for all that shit. Watch this. That people honestly, I mean, maybe people just think,
This call is being
my
recorded.
memory is the bomb. Whoever that is, turn your stuff down in the background. It was an article by Vox, white on white crime. White on white. Nope. Oh, okay. Now they're gonna make it hard for me. Okay. White on white crime. Who on the line?
Really on the line.
What's going on?
Okay, can you hear me okay? My headphones are kind of...
Yep, I can hear you.
Not the greatest. Okay.
Somebody else
So,
on
I lost what you were saying, but you were talking about you said you was watching something you read something on black crime?
No, white on white crime. See, because
white on white crime.
One of the issues that we have a lot of time is when we having discussions about anything in the black. People always screaming black on black crime. Black on black crime. It's y'all that's killing y'all. But really, when you look at any group, the highest murder rate for any group is within that group. People within that group kill people within that group. But the title black on black crime is a unique one because you don't hear yellow on yellow crime, brown on brown crime, or white on white crime. Right? But every time there's a discussion, there's a big discussion about black on black crime as if we are the only people where crime exists within our group. When we know that shit's not true. Right? So I just wanted to read the article that was done in 2015, maybe 2014. And white on white murder in America is out of control. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have these discussions, or we don't have the wherewithal to throw this in when motherfuckers bring up black on black crime. Well, shit, what about white on white crime? You know what I'm saying? Shit, let's talk about crime. Let's talk about crime, because crime is nothing unique to us. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, we exist in a country that was built upon crime, and we need to keep this. How can I put it? We got to start developing our talking points so that when we're having discussions with people, especially our own people or other people, well, we can start making them feel uncomfortable and feel stupid about some of the stuff that they bring up in the discussions when they're trying to have it with us. Because it always comes back to black people have to. We have to take responsibility for what we are.
Right. And
go ahead.
I think also, our young people are molded with these messages going across. And I think if you have time, even today at Warrior Training, I would bring that topic up and have a discussion about the black on black crime and how I'm sure they've heard the term. They probably bought into the propaganda of it all and not even realizing, like you said, well, all races usually perpetrate crimes against one another. And you could bring up about the white on white crime and how white on white murder is at an all-time high or whatever, that we don't want our young people to start believing these things as if to say that there's. Because to me, when you say things like that, it's like you're less than other people. Like nobody
Right.
else is doing it.
Right.
It's only you niggas over here.
Right, except for us. We the only ones doing it. We the only ones perpetrating it on ourselves. And then on top of that, we got Nick Cannon had a interesting piece on his canon class. For anybody out there that's interested, I would say, especially if you got a young person in your life, because they recognize Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon had a class, and he brought on a sister, and basically they broke down that criminology. Now check this shit out. Criminology is the study of black men. Think about that shit.
I think I've seen it.
The basis of criminology is the study of the black man. So we have been put in a position in this society where the whole structure, or the whole idea of criminality comes from us. The whole science behind what they build upon is built on us. But then when you look at, like, for example, if you look at a crime, and I find myself doing this, right? And I have to check myself. And if I'm doing it, I know other people doing it. You know what I'm saying? You hear, like, there was recently a young man was murdered on the east side by a police officer. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
You know, and the first thought that came across my mind was, what was that nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
yeah.
You know, and it's like, boom.
Yeah, I don't think like that, but I know a lot of us do.
Oh yeah, I had to catch myself, and I'm sitting up here like, okay, boom, I got to catch myself because other people's, like, for example, when you look at the way that they discuss white criminals, even when they do mass murders, they start off with a humanizing quality about the stories. They humanize their own, but whenever there's a discussion about us, whether it's a crime being committed or one being perpetrated on us, they always find a way to bring us some negative shit. Even if it ain't on you, like when the little boy climbed up in there and ended up getting that goddamn gorilla killed. They went through that my little boy's whole family history.
Yeah, went to his father's background.
Right.
And
the daddy wasn't even at this goddamn zoo. The daddy wasn't even at the zoo. You know what I'm saying? But they criminalized the little boy. They criminalized, and we allow that shit. And and I gotta catch myself because I be falling into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we have to be vigilant about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Since we work with young minds, Tim, I think it's important to bring that to their attention as early as you can, that where they can comprehend that what's going on, so you don't have as much unraveling to do later on. So I think that
y'all got me thinking real deep over here. I'm thinking real deep, Tim.
Oh wait, Shaka, before you go home, man, check this out. I went to this place called Natalie's last night, and guess who was playing?
I seen it. Was that Ferez and Eddie?
That was Ferez, Eddie, Jay Gators was on the drums, and I don't know who the dude was on the bass.
Wait, Jerome Jennings?
I don't know. I have to go back.
You said JJ on drums.
Jay Gators was on drums. I went to school
Gators.
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, man, that shit was hot. But go ahead, man.
Man, when was the last time you turned on the news and you heard about midget on midget crime?
Midget on midget crime.
I'm sure it exists.
No, but hold on. See, I started thinking about it. Like, when was the last time you heard about a midget on the news anyway? Like, that society of people have found themselves. You notice that? Because they out there, right? You know that there's a such thing of a midget. Like, it's a figment of our imagination. No, they don't exist. There's little people, and there's, but, like, it's one midget in Hollywood that get all the roles, and you gotta understand that wherever he at, like I think, man, I don't want to get too deep into like imagine.
I can't.
What is you? How we get to midgets?
But my whole point is this: is that
John K. on here talk about midgets.
This nigga said midget on midget crime. Then this nigga went all the way up to the lifestyle of a luxury midget. Nigga,
The lifestyle of the rich and midget and shit.
Bring it around. Come on now. Let us all catch up with you. Or let us smoke with you. Smoke it. Come on, man. Bring it around.
Oh, man. So all I'm saying is that
this nigga said midget on midget crime.
If midgets can stay out the news altogether, then why can't we?
Okay.
Wait.
Because they don't feel intimidated by a midget.
I mean, because you know that if a midget get cheated on, it's probably by another midget. And you know, when it comes down to it, like I bet it's a lot of midgets that get killed just like that for being Jody. You know what I mean? And I don't know where else to go with it.
Yeah, you
can't. I don't think that. I see where you going with it. Though.
I don't see where you're going with it.
The midgets, they don't give a damn about no damn midgets. They don't feel intimidated by no midgets. The midgets, in their mind, they don't turn around and see the midgets fucking their wives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying once you go midget, you never go back. You know, so no one's saying that. So they don't give a damn about no damn midgets.
Right.
But when it comes to us, I think there's an intimidation thing there.
Did you say once you go midget, there's no intimidation?
Ain't nobody saying that shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. Once you go midget, you never get with it or whatever. I don't know. But ain't nobody saying that.
Yeah. I mean, but they don't present the threat. Or the
right, that's it. They don't present a threat to them.
Why not? And here's the point. Here's my point: is that midgets are some strong motherfuckers. Now you got to understand, like a regular person, a midget is like superhuman.
Shut up.
All right. So what do you mean? What do you mean they don't present a threat? Like you get,
they don't present a threat because I'll kick a midget's ass. I wish a midget would.
You say that.
Just tell you right.
You say that, Navita. I'm gonna tell you something. You say that.
I know they strong.
Oh, I don't know.
My uncle. Well, I had an uncle that was a midget, but this is the all jokes aside, the midget thing is like Dr. Francis Cresswellstein has written. They ain't intimidated by midget penis. They just ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole.
Y'all get on my side and show you. Y'all fucks me up on my side.
Dr. Francis Cresswellstein wrote about it. You know it.
Y'all even got me calling it on this Kuumba day. Now I gotta do push-ups because y'all come on my. Oh my God. Y'all two come on my.
So I don't think that's the midget. Like I said, ain't nothing. They don't never hear that. Once you go midget, you never go back. They don't hear that. But when they hear that black man stuff, they got the whole piece with the
I mean, what kind of
this society? But Shaka. This society is not built up on midget failure, man. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Their wealth is not built upon midget failure. It's built up on our failure.
Or at the end of the day,
or midget success, because how many times has somebody thrived because they had a little dick on the side?
What?
Oh.
What? Did this? What?
Oh, shit.
Lord have mercy. Cleveland! It's real life here, Gianni Journey. I got to change the subject. All right, we're going to talk about rights, because obviously...
Okay, wait, so when we're talking about the black on black and the white on white crime and all that, I say that, dude, I really, I read that book, Getting Ready, you know what I'm saying, that the elder had written, and I really think it's important that some of these topics are topics that our young folks face every day. Everybody in our community faces this every day. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to wait till to try to start having these conversations and you be 30 years old trying to have these conversations.
That's true.
These are conversations that we need to be having right now.
We do have them. We have.
Okay, well, I'm saying maybe we can incorporate this like a piece even today, because we there for 4 hours. You know, we just have
The 4 hours go
social
fast.
issue piece, a social issue piece where we talk for 40 minutes about some of the social issues that we're dealing with in the community.
Actually, okay, we'll work it out. Something to happen.
If you don't have time today, you can incorporate it another time.
Well, I mean, we got a whole year.
Issues,
we got a whole year. We got a plan for anyway. So it's like, I mean, because I want to do some type of. We have to develop some, because one of the things I want the young people to start getting involved with is the streaming, the podcasting, the making video type thing, and finding subjects like this to talk about, because we call it Gianni Journey Media, and you can't have a media company with just one media dude. You know what I'm saying? We got to have different. We got to have different things going on. This is why I'm talking about the newsletter and being able to one, because first I want to get them open to the fact that there's something not right, because a lot of our young people come in. I mean, because Navita, you would be surprised how many young people think they rich. They come from a rich family. You know what I'm saying? People don't really. We have been lulled. We have allowed our children, as well as a lot of the adults, be lulled into a position of comfort where they honestly don't even understand the situation we are in as a group. So to even to jump right into that, first we got to get them to recognize certain things. You know what I'm saying? You're not really even understanding. You know what I'm saying? Our brother Kwame is on. My son Dante is on. What's up, Dante? We are going to be at the... You remember Dante when we go over to the one...
No.
You do remember Dante.
I don't.
Okay. It's Real Life here, Gianni Journey.
Well, I'd like to know their opinion.
We can have a conversation.
Black on black crime. I'd like to know from the young people.
Kwame,
I ain't no different than most of our grown folks, but you know.
Who?
Hey, listen. This is some very relevant stuff, man. But the founder of the Black on Black Crime Family organization here in Cleveland, Art McCoy, a little over a month ago. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Art McCoy, but he's got a radio show on 1100 AM and here in Cleveland, and he cuts hair. Well, apparently, a young 20-year-old his haircut and beat the bejeebers out of Art McCoy.
Wow.
To the point where they had to make sure they could save his eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
wait, is this for real? Because you be coming up with some shit. Is this for real?
What are you saying, Hatim? What's going on? What's the sound?
Who wrestling in the background? Goddammit!
I'll put you on mute.
Oh man!
Oh my God! It sound like motherfuckers was wrestling.
I know.
Okay. Hey man, Shaka, is this real, man? Cause you be
Oh, we yo.
Hold on. But Dante, we will be meeting over at the school, 3500 Refugee Road at 2 p.m. Hope to see you there. But go ahead, Shaka. So you're saying that the founder of the Black on Black Crime Family got somebody's hair wrong and they beat him within an inch of his life.
Yes.
You gotta wait for the rice. All right.
You say what now?
No, and so is he recovering?
Yeah, I saw him at the grocery store the other day. We chopped it for a moment.
Black on Black Crime Family.
What's that?
What is the Black on Black Crime Family?
Well, I mean, man, I tell you what. If it wasn't for them then you wouldn't know about half of the murders that's been happening in East Cleveland. And, you know, the black-on-black crime family has been a way to be able to advocate for the families of those who losing their loved ones, and you know, the system not really following up on the shit at all, because they, you know, on black crime, it's just like, oh, well, he gone. It's like, you know,
right.
they've reading a bunch of, huh?
And that was the beginning of the conversation that when you got in, because it's like, oh, and the police would just let that shit go, and then when they do catch one, or you become a victim, they dig into your background and bring up useless information that helps to dealing with theirs, man. Like if you just go back in the news and just look at how they deal with white mass killers, murderers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Animals, the way they deal with their own, but then you turn around and look at how they deal with ours on a national level. The shit is ridiculous.
I mean, if you look even after Hurricane Katrina, if you remember the articles they had on the front of the paper with the black people taking stuff from the store, and they said, you know, people are looting, and blah blah blah. Then they showed the white folks coming across the water,
but the niggas is looting, right? And it's it's like we have to start being able, see, because one of the things we got to get out of the habit of is going into situations and trying to find a way to make everybody feel comfortable. As black people, we have to start being comfortable with making motherfuckers feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because we have had to suffer being uncomfortable for so long. And it's almost like I said, man, I go back, it's almost like we got a Jesus complex. We got to sacrifice, and we got to be long suffering, and we got to allow ourselves to be crucified for humanity. Fuck that. Fuck that. I got kids, and I don't want them coming up with that mind state. You know what I'm saying? I will not allow that. I got, between my kids and all the young people, no, we're not on that shit. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers trying to take us to a cross, we're trying to take them to a cross. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People need to be held, people need to be uncomfortable in our discussions, because we have to have the discussion about race. We got me, and we have to have the discussion about what America owes. We got to have those discussions, and we got to start. We got to start pressing that shit, because now, man, it's just like, if you just look at the descent from our grandparents to our parents to us, and now to the generation that we. Dante, the number is 614-556-4535.
Did anybody catch the piece that Tariq Nasheed did with the white girl dancing in front of the Marcy housing project? She was in front of the big Marcy housing project.
I heard about that. Using
us. They should have did her like the people did her on North Sentinel Island.
I mean,
as soon as she arrived there, they should have North Sentinel Island that ass.
Oh no, that was Jesus. That was the mother of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the mind state that we have fallen into, and we allow, motherfuckers capitalize off of our poverty. You know,
off of our poverty, yeah.
Off our suffering. You know what I'm saying? You know, she could dance. Look at her. And she in the Marcy project.
They was like, ooh, and you hear the brothers in the back, ooh, like she was doing some spectacular shit that we don't see black people do all the time. But when she did it, it was like, ooh. Look at Becky. Becky can move. Becky is bad. And she in front of the Marcy Housing Project.
Right.
But she gets to go home to her cushy little crib, wherever she living her life. You know,
right.
That's an insult to us.
Turn that down.
And a lot of us don't even understand that that's an insult.
Right. And see, because
they take this shit as a compliment.
It's a compliment.
That's we got to get into the mind of these folks.
Oh man!
Like, do you realize that that's an insult? Y'all looking at this shit like, "Woo, Becky did her thing. She got the mark." You know what I'm saying? She's making fun of y'all because when she go home, she gonna go home and she gonna get in her nice ride and her big crib and her parents probably got a little bit of change
Let
and
me tell you to
she
turn it
ain't
down
paying no
again.
attention to none of y'all people suffering in the Marcy
I
housing
don't care who it
project.
is. Excuse me, real life here, Jeremy. Let me tell somebody turn something down again.
I don't know. I didn't mean, but I'm my phone mic. Let me put you on mute for a second. I gotta cook.
Okay. Get that spaghetti together. Man, listen, family. So, but yeah, and it's and we got to stop allowing a lot of this shit. And it don't even take a lot of us. It only takes a few of us to start really noticing and pointing out some of the fucked up. This is not right. This is not right. You know what I'm saying? This is not right, and be able to have the discussion. You know what I'm saying? And this is why Becky wasn't jamming. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is on the line. Who else on the line?
This is Dante.
What's up, Dante?
What's up?
Main library calling me. I wonder what's going on. I gotta call on the main library to see what they want. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, kind of to talk about what she was talking about a little second ago, is I realized, with, especially this generation, we're way too inviting when it comes to our culture and bringing, other cultures into our community. And it's kind of like, if a white kid can dance, everybody bigs up that white kid, like, oh yeah, that's my guy, he can dance. And it's like she said, we do the same thing, but just because they're white and they can do it, it's this amazing, miraculous thing. And, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm laughing. Go ahead. I hear you.
Hey, I want to jump in on that a little bit. Because the thing is that, when you have an urbanized suburbanite, I mean, it's always got a certain, all right, now it qualifies for some pop culture shit, right?
Right.
But
right.
On the flip side of that, let me just mention this because I heard it from some of the elders too. I know an elder who went over to Brazil and was teaching, or was over in Cuba teaching Afro-Brazilian drumming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Comes back to the States, and we just, when we get drums, we just want to beat on them. We don't want to go through the whole rudimentary and the whole now. And he also is a I forget how you, but he's an elder of Ifa. So he teaches the spiritual rights as well that come along with the lessons of the drum. The piece is he don't got no black people that come to him and want to learn and want to study in such a manner. All of his students is the white boys.
Oh yeah.
Is the ones, you understand, the ones that they pay him money for these spiritual lessons. They'll go through the initiation
all that
to
shit.
Learn the drum.
Oh yeah.
All of that.
And the same thing. That's the same thing. The same thing with jazz. That's the same thing with capoeira. That's the same. It's like because we have been programmed and not really realizing what we are giving up or what we are allowing to be, what we are allowing, or better yet, what we are leaving behind. Because we have been taught and we have been, think about this, man. The whole process, the whole raising process, the whole conversation is get out. I mean, that movie, I ain't even seen the movie. You supposed to try to get out. You supposed to escape. Listen, Dante is a witness to this because this was the mindset I was in. Dante had an opportunity at the time when he was young because I was moving to another house. He wanted to go with me, and I'm like, dude, you need to go over here with these people because you need to get out of this. right? It's like we prime our young people to escape something, but you can't escape blackness. And for some reason, we think that we can escape this shit, but we can't.
Well, time out. Because ain't that what our grandparents parents did?
They primed us to get out, to escape, but you can't escape it. There's no escape, and there's really nothing. We're running from ourselves. So now it's just manifested in a way that when I come to you with some traditional knowledge, nigga, that's that black shit. I don't want that. Or it's an automatic gag response. I'm gonna get that shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want to embrace our own culture. We don't. You know what I'm saying?
We get embarrassed of our own culture.
Oh man.
Because they've made it.
Hey, how many of y'all watch Queen Sugar?
I caught a couple episodes. I haven't really watched it too much.
I caught.
Man, you know episode. The whole premise of Queen Sugar is dope. Is that a daddy left his son and his two daughters a whole bunch of land that he was raising sugarcane on, and they ain't know that he was suffering and that he ain't even plant nothing for like the past 2 years before he passed away. The piece is that now they inherit this land. It's like, you know, the sisters want to sell it, the son want to keep the legacy alive. You know what I mean? And it just falling off to some whole dramatic show. But the whole premise, like I say, I mean, you know, when we look at what our grandparents parents did and pushed them into schools and pushed them into the city life, we lost a lot of that. We lost that green thumb. We lost that ability to produce
We lost our minds.
the way that they.
We lost our minds.
Oh man, tell me about it.
It's funny because it's funny because like just even thinking of that, if you think about it, like a lot of young black kids look at that stuff like it's magic, you know, like it's something that's not real. Like if and I'm sure how Tim you work with young kids with, you know, planning and things like that, but like kids, it's like something so new to them, and it's like, I mean, it is magic in a sense, but it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just like it just doesn't seem so real. Like anything that's black just seems like it's not real. Doesn't make sense. It's imaginary. It doesn't help you to move forward. Yeah, we give up everything for this illusion of achieving what we think white people have achieved,
right?
Which is the American dream. Which really the American dream
standard.
is really
that's become our standard,
right? So debt is really the American dream, you know, in my eyes. And so we think if we can get a car like that, if we get a loan on a car, we get a loan on a house, then we've achieved something. But we've given up everything else, and we don't realize that they're not even happy in that. And on the flip side, like when you talked about the Afro Caribbean, I think you said dance or whatever.
Right.
Brazilian.
The Brazilian. So they're trying to achieve things that we should be trying to achieve. That's part of our culture. It's kind of like reversed in a sense. It's like they like you said, the white guys are coming to the drumming, you know, classes and getting that knowledge when we look at it as something that's not important. And so we're trying to get their culture when they're trying to get ours. I don't know if that makes too much sense, but
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. You know,
like backwards.
It is backwards. And it's like, you know, and we have to take. Now that we're adults, we got to look at what's going on, and we got to have these conversations with our young people, because, like you said, I mean, you know what I'm saying, have the conversations because there is a value in what we have. There's a value in our.
Now let me ask you this then, because I man, when you said that, I was thinking this. See. The thing that is magic about any relationship is holding something sacred to it, something that we believe and that we trust in.
Right.
and that is what profoundly, manifests in honor and the principles that we maintain. And peace is that if we have nothing sacred, so you look at that same elder I'm talking about, and of course, this same elder, if he wanted to affect us, he would make himself available at a community college, at a pay of a or some adjunct situation. And if not, you don't understand. But the piece is that when you do that, you make yourself available to anybody that just want to get like a quick 3 credits. You know what I mean? So So to an extent, that whole sacred nature of what you are presenting becomes washed down and watered down into something that anybody could access. And that's how you get a whole bunch of YouTube geniuses out here. They see something happening and they like, ooh, I know how to do that. Mm-hmm. They watch somebody for a whole hour describe and break down while they watch them do the technique, and they sit in front of the djembe and they like, oh, okay, what I'm going to do is perform cuckoo for you. You know?
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I done learned the shit. I done learned the shit off of YouTube. I done seen the black people do it at the Kwanzaa celebration. I'm going to do this cuckoo thing. And then I seen this one weird dude, I think his name was Allende, do this one solo thing. And I'm going to do it just like he did because I practiced it day in, day out for the past 30 days. And I can sound just like him.
You know what, though? And now, like you said, that sacred piece, but then also because in a realistic sense, what you're talking about is, in a sense, there's an agenda that guides, and then there's a sacredness that's held to that agenda, and there is consequences. I remember we had a brother that just used to chill with Allende. I mean, he chilled with us. And he just picked up a djembe and started playing. And one day he was, because Allende was living with another drummer at the time, and he popped up over the crib with a drum, and the African looked at him and said, "Hey, that's your drum?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Go play it." So homeboy started playing the drum, and the African brother walked up to him and snatched the drum and said, "Who drum is this? Who drum is this? Stop playing." He said, that's not your drum. That's not your drum. Because you don't know how to play. That's not your drum. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there is no consequences because I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to black people, everybody, because I remember, and I say this all the time, that everybody got upset with Jay-Z because he wore a Aleister Crowley statement on his shirt saying, "Do as thou wilt." You know what I'm saying? That's the total of the law. But black folks live, "Do as thou wilt." But you mad at Jay-Z for wearing a motherfucking shirt that say the shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because when you really look at it, if everybody's able to do what they want to do, what is sacred? The whole sense of sacredness has been taken away from us. If you ask 40 million black people what black people should be moving towards, you're going to get 40 million different answers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, boom, there's no agenda. And as you said, there's nothing that we hold sacred anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, anybody can get in there, anybody get it, because like you say, you get it off of YouTube. And that right there is a danger in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's a danger because that's how can you hold a culture? How can you really have a culture if nothing is sacred? I could just get up and I could walk away and I could do whatever the fuck I want to when I want to because I said I could do it. How can you hold that? I mean, how can you hold a culture together like that? How can you hold people together like that? Hey,
you know what? I blame Terry McMillan.
Oh Lord. Well,
not really. I'm just saying that and I know she ain't had nothing to do with this.
But yes, she did. Yes, she did. Her. I mean that whole. We got whole generations. We got in a sense. if you wanted to be a conspiracy theorist, you could find many different people that added to this. You understand? It's the whole mind state that was pushed into us through media. This whole mind,
Of course.
it was pushed on us.
Man, when you look at the whole spectrum of what Angela Bassett has played in Hollywood as a strong black woman, right? And you look at the role she played, like Tina Turner getting her ass beat. Now, here's the piece about that, and here's the science in it, is that when you watch What's Love Got to Do with It, What's Love Got to Do with It teaches the young people the cycle of abuse as pertaining to you. Like, they don't, it goes into the whole piece where, so what happens is that you, and I've experienced it, you have women who will place themselves in that cycle, in a sense, just to be able to get to the healing part, to know that, doing the chants and all of that. Excuse me. But I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've had to step out of that state of illusion, because I feel like, I feel like it's a behavior that's trained through that type of movie where you see a woman that, now I identify it. She's getting her ass beat. How does she come out of it? And it's like, all right, now she started fighting back, and now she's doing the Buddhist thing. You know what I mean? I done seen women just put themselves through it because it's what they know.
And then also, if you add on soap operas, TV shows, it is a mass programming that has fucked us up. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like anything goes. So, and then on top of that, she was saved by the Buddhists, not by plugging into our culture, but plugging into the Asian culture. You see, it's like, boom, you get saved. It's always when you look at what saves us.
Damn, that's deep. I ain't even think of that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought, the Asian culture.
When
we don't go reggae, hold herself to life.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like we don't have nothing but, how can I put it? We offer the world stuff and we say, hey, just accept us. You can have this. From the music to the break, there's just we open up to America and we sacrifice our very souls, and they still have not done right by us.
Still, okay. What the video the young man made? Childish Gambino. This is America.
This is America.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This is America.
All they do is they give you this is, and I talk to my kids about this, but they create these rules and sets of things like, if you just do this is how you can be accepted. And then we've done it time and time again, and we're still not accepted. They just change the rules.
Still not accepted.
They just change the rules.
When was the last? When the last time you heard, hey, if you cut your hair, you might get a decent job?
Right. It don't matter. But then they walk in with blue hair standing at his tips, and it's okay. And it's funny because, like, I have one of my mentors, she's white, and we were talking about, like, we were talking about, like, black culture and just, like, the hiring process and the names that, we give our kids. And the conversation kind of went like, kind of like what you would expect. She was just saying, she's like, yeah, but just some of the names that, people, name their kids, it kind of makes it hard. And I was like, yeah, but see, that's the thing of looking at the naming process through your culture's lens and not our own. So, right, you see the name and you think it's just ridiculous, but it could have a whole lot of meaning. But you wouldn't know. It could have more meaning than your name even has. And so I was like, so we should give that up, something that's part of our culture. And she's like, it's not part of your. She's like, that's not part of your culture. I was like, yes, it is. How are you going to tell me what's part of my culture?
Oh,
so
you just lost a mentor.
Because she white and she says so.
Say it again.
You just lost a
Because she
mentor.
white and she says so. That's what that was. But go ahead.
Right. And so, and I was like, and white people give ridiculous names too. And so what I realized is that obviously, you know, they're safe in their culture because their culture is the culture, so to speak, in America. So they can act like they don't have a culture and say, oh, no, it's not a cultural thing. Yeah, because to be American, quote unquote, to be American is to be white or to try to conform to that.
Dante,
you know,
you hit on a crucial point. Their culture, they have made their culture transcendent, and it's the universal piece, and that's problematic. And when you start calling that out, because I don't know if you heard Sister Navita, there's a term that is like, because I'm white, I say so. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, everything got to be morphed to fit them and make them feel comfortable. And like I said, we are going to have to get comfortable with making them uncomfortable, because that's the only way you're gonna force them. Because like I said, there's very few things in this world that's ever given. Freedom is definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Money is another one. You got to assume or take that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have to make people feel because and I noticed the shift, because when I first went to Ohio State, motherfuckers used to be uncomfortable around us. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I'm hearing about brothers getting beat down up on campus and shit. And I'm like, yo, that's unacceptable. Hey, we used to be
unacceptable. Now you got, that's what we got to talk to our young folks, because now you got this whole acceptance of them calling each other nigger, with the white boy calling them nigger. And they don't even understand the different dynamics of...
Because we all the same. We all the same.
Because
Navita, your struggle, you have an issue with your blackness. You're not black, you're a human being, Navita. So it don't matter who calls you a nigger, Navita. It don't matter.
But listen, the other thing is, a lot of these kids have been set up to believe that if we just keep accepting people into our stuff and our culture, then that's how we're going to get to a better place. And so, without having the context of, like, when I talk to my kids about, you know, them being black, you know, and how everyone's created equal, I don't just have that conversation like everyone's created equal, everybody should be treated this way or that way. I also preface it with saying, but being black, you're going to be treated in a way, and people are going to see you to not be equal. And so because of that, this is how you respond to it. But what I've noticed from talking to people is they don't give that part. So what happens is you have a group of kids that's just living life like everyone's treating each other equal.
That's true.
And it's like, that's an illusion. We have so many illusions that are creating these detrimental situations to a whole generation of kids. You know, I argued with somebody about them saying, "Oh, it's not about race anymore. It's about finance. It's about class." And I was just like, "But do you understand that people use race to put you in a class? Because even you could be middle class black person or upper middle class black person, and they will treat you as lower class as they can." And so, it's crazy, but.
Heck yeah, but you know what?
We got to have these conversations with our young folks, because I don't think those conversations are being had.
Now, listen, this is what I'm going to propose, because we've been doing these movie nights. We ain't done it in a long time. Yo, we need to have a conversation about the series Snowfall, because that's exactly what we're talking about, for real.
The who?
The what?
It's a series called Snowfall. John Singleton
I've heard about it.
Man, it just ended its second season, and it's the whole story on how, like, oh man,
you talking about that crack
whole
shit?
Noriega, the whole, like, the cocaine and how the cocaine turned into crack and the whole. I mean, man, it's a really, really good show. And in terms of being able to take a story, you know, the real live story of what happened, and to be able to put it into a show where it's like you add a little bit of a myth to it. You know what I mean? You add a little, you change the names of some of the people, you tell this person's story a little different, but it's all in the mix. And I think that it's as pivotal for us understanding the transformation of black folk in the 80s. I mean, because when you think about it, and as I grew up in it, I remember the change of when it was like you would straight up, if you got your ass beat by your dad, you just got your ass beat and you went to school. You know what I mean? To the point where it's just like, oh, your parents can't touch you no more. Right? Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, you can't say God in school no more. So we're not going to say this song because it say God.
You can't say God, but you got to stand up for the anthem.
Right.
Well, we have a lot of work to do. But family, I'm about to do this toast and get up off of here, get my kids ready, because we got to be up at the school. But let's go on. I'm going to do the toast. Y'all can stay online if y'all want. We can have a little bit more conversation afterwards. If that's what you want to do. But not right now, we about to do the toast. So everybody grab your glass. We done already drunk our water. We're about to move. If anybody has any ancestors that they want to throw on the line right now, you can put it on the timeline. I'm seeing posts from Facebook. I'm seeing posts from YouTube. And if you posted it up on Periscope or Stream.me. I don't even know what Stream.me is, but I got it. But you can post up your ancestor. We will add them to the list, but right now the list I still haven't seen the book from Kwanzaa, so I'm just hoping that both pages made the list, man. But I'm sure they did, right? Because some of y'all came through and help put the money up for it, so we had enough to do it. So we are straight. Also, family, remember Kwanzaa is next week, and I will be emceeing along with Sister Navita. We will be in the house. Y'all need to come out, support the vendors, support the cultural stabilizing holiday. Stop running from you. God damn it. Stop running from you. And stop using little excuses and shit to run from yourself. You know what I'm saying? Come, see your family. Let's have some of our kids get to know each other so that they don't have to be beefing in the goddamn streets. You know what I'm saying? And we need to use these cultural stabilizing holidays to really start building. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that we're gonna make it a mission far as Gianni Journey this year is at least trying to establish that at least once a month market where everybody could come and you can shop. You can get a table cheap. You know what I'm saying? And we want to fill up the school, you know what I'm saying, with vendors, and people could just walk. The elders could walk and get exercise because the school is a quarter mile around, and walking through it is a quarter mile. So we could stress everything all throughout the hallways. Use the gym and the cafeteria. Well, not the cafeteria be for the food though. You know what I'm saying? We can have food vendors and stuff like that, and people could come and actually just spend some time shopping, and we can have a little class or something. But anyway.
Where's it closed?
You say Kwanzaa at the school?
No. I said a market at the school, but we will be having Kwanzaa at the school on Nia night for Kwanzaa. But for us, that's Toast-Kuumba Day. So I know that's kind of confusion. I think it's the 30th. We will be having Kwanzaa at Millennium Community School. But what I'm talking about is having a monthly market, and maybe expand it beyond that, and allow.
I need to know what's happening with it.
Huh?
On the 30th.
You say who?
For the 30th.
Oh, I need to know what's happening with it too. It's still we still working on it, man. But you know how I do. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, family, we got to stabilize our culture. So here we go. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator, and we say, thank you, Sasha Mosh. From there, we move to the stars of the show, which are our ancestors. I'm going to read the list. Family, look at the list. Look at how it has grown. I remember when it was just a few names. Now it's overwhelming.
That's a million hundred.
Now ain't quite that many yet, but here we go. The Daily Toast. We gather each day to toast our ancestors to participate. Join us for our live stream at facebook.com/Giammi Journey, or follow Giammi Journey Podcast on Spreaker.com. Welcome to the Congregation of the Mighty. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown. I appreciate you, though. All right? You see my daughter trying to get in. Real life here at Giammi Journey. Miles Brown, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walton, Chris and Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown. What's the name you want to yell, Sasha? Go ahead.
Gina Gang.
Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Nomo X, and Pat Maya Ra. Go ahead.
I got an ancestor, Uncle Boo.
Okay, Uncle Bookie, that's good. Go ahead, Sasha. Let's see. Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Noma X, and Pat Maya Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ogeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Ms. Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Darrell Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agosu Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica, Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Tavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Rustlin Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, the Miko Russell, Delamon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. On to the second page. William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, and Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons. They on here twice, so I'm going to have to take them off this side. Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word II, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson, Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Kofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albus Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bette Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Dan Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Kofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors. Man, we got us a list. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Man, we are bonded, family. From there we move to the present moment. And what's the day? Today is Kuumba. For those that don't know what Kuumba means, Kuumba is creativity. The demonic principle today is order. The color is orange. The Hermetic law is cause and effect. Male name is Kwame. Female name is Ama. So Kwame, it's your day. Kwame, it's your day. It's your day, Ama. It's your day. It's your day. It's your day. It's your day. All right. So family, we lift up our glass for this moment because we know all of our power lies in the moment. If we're going to make any change, it's going to happen in the moment. So we lift up the glass and we salute this moment and we salute our power in it. And we say, Ashe, because we're going to use this moment to lay the foundation for our children and our children's children and our children's children's children on to infinity. And speaking of that, we lift up the glass for them too. We toast them in advance so that they will find us worthy to toast when we become ancestors. We lift up our glass for them and we say Ashe. From their family, we toast all of our relations. We say Ashe. From their family, we move from all of our relations and we move to that selfish toast, that momentary toast where you pause and you think about what it is that you need in your life. And since we got all this energy here, and since you joined us, right, and all this energy is spilling out, right, family, what is it that you need, right? From there, I salute the most beautiful, most powerful, most magnificent, and strong and inspiring individual in the room. I lift up my glass to you, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, I got to make sure my kids, y'all brush y'all teeth? Real life here, Jamie Journey. Y'all put on lotion?
Did you brush your teeth? I told you about that. You better ask them in class today.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm on the phone, Levon.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody who comes to warrior training has brushed their teeth.
Okay. We're going to make sure everybody brush their teeth. So the messages went out. So I'm about to get up off here because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. So,
Oh, you haven't eaten?
no, I haven't eaten yet. Where you find them clothes at?
It's on mommy's bed.
Okay. Are you sure those the pants that was on your mama's bed?
I'm sure that this one.
Where's the pants that was on your mama's bed? Them pants don't go.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go, but
Right,
before I go, I want to do one suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, The First Purge, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. I think it is a great conversation to be had about that movie, especially with our young folks, and especially one of the things that they touch on is the quote-unquote black-on-black crime and the fallacy of that.
Ooh.
And I really think that this is a movie that we need to see, and it's a movie that our young people will actually watch.
Well, let's do the movie night. Let's do it on the movie. Why you ain't put those on? Let's do it on the movie night. What we waiting for?
Okay. Well, I don't know. A lot of people, when they hear First Purge, they think of the Purge, the series, and how. But this particular.
But you know, people come out to the movies to support us, not necessarily even to see the movie.
Because this movie is a must see for black folks.
All right, then we must show it. If it's a must see, then we have a responsibility to show it. We just have to put on there because I'm thinking it's rated R, so we need to make sure that families know that it's rated R. And other than that, we show the movie. All right.
All right.
So, all right, family.
Okay.
I want to say peace, and I will see y'all at the Warrior Training. We
All right,
are out.
I don't want to go to the warrior training.
Why you don't want to go to the Warrior Training, baby?
I already know this story. It hurts my legs.
It hurts your legs. That's making your legs stronger.
No.
Yeah.
My legs. Daddy, I need to wear something Pacific.
Yo, mom,
No, so I can dance.
what?
Do you have dance?
So
practice?
what's your mom? What clothes your mom left upstairs?
She only gave me a freaking dress and one shirt.
Well, you can find some pants to put on with that.
Come on, wear these. They have stars on them. Letting me be a rock star.
Gina said, I need to wear something specific. Do you know? So specific. Do you know what the specific stuff you need to wear?
Gina said Pacific means regular.
No, specific means identify. I ain't gonna say unique, but she knows exactly what it is.
Pacific.
Specific.
Daddy,
Yes.
can I listen to some music?
Can you what?
Listen to some music.
Yes, I'm done.
Yeah. Guys, I want to listen to some music. Marshmallow. Erase all this and get to marshmallow. Marsh. Marsh. Milo. Milo. Marsh.
According to Wikipedia, Carmelo Cam Anthony is an American professional basketball player for the Houston Rockets of the National Basketball Association.
Marshmallow. Not Milo. Marshmallow.
You said marshmallow?
Yeah.
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. A marshmallow is a sugar-based confectionery that in its modern form typically consists of sugar, water, and gelatin whipped to a squishy consistency.
Yeah.